morning. I'm Brendan. This is Van Vlogs number 4. It's earned its new name, Van Vlogs. I named it Vlog 1, Vlog 2, Vlog 3. I thought, you know what? Van Vlogs. So, I'm a self-employed welder. If you haven't watched the other vlogs, we're going to have a watch of them. It tells you a bit more about me, what I'm doing, what I've done, and where we're heading. Where I'm heading now is Doncaster. Doncaster's about 10 miles away, and I've got to go from Doncaster to Rotherham to a job. So, on Van Vlogs 1, 2 and 3, I started talking about my travels and some of my experiences or interactions, and there's loads of them from loads of different travels. So today I'll talk about being lost in Africa. I went to Rwanda by myself. I wanted to go and see the mountain gorillas. I landed in Kigali. I landed in the capital of Rwanda, Kigali, and I had a beer with an American guy. His parents were Iranian, but he lived in America. I think he was born in America. So I had a beer with him at 10 o'clock at night. I went to bed. I planned on meeting him actually, and we're going to go to the Genocide Museum. I know it's a bit grim, but you've got to visit these things when you go to these places because it makes your perspective on life better. So anyway, I woke up in the morning about 8 o'clock. I was having breakfast about 8 o'clock, and I was talking to the hostel owner who I'd been speaking to the night before, Kyle. He was Canadian, and he says, "What's your plans then, Brendan?" I says, "Well, I want to go and see the gorillas." Says, but it turns out I thought they were going to be $750 American dollars in Rwanda, and it turned out that there were $1,500 American dollars in Rwanda. I'm like, I haven't budgeted for this. It's a bit expensive as well just to go for one day. So Kyle, the Canadian owner, said, "Why don't you go with Billy?" And Billy was just sat across the other side of the breakfast bar, never even knew my name, never even spoke to me, and he went, "Yeah man, come with me." I'm like, what? It was one of them moments where you knew you had to go. And I looked at Kyle, the owner, looked at Billy, and I'm like, and even Kyle said, "Brendan, it's your only chance you're going to get to go." Said, "And you'll see him on your birthday." And Billy was meeting a guy who had met in another country. They'd split up. Dutch Steve. They'd met each other in maybe Tanzania. Billy come to Rwanda. Steve went to Uganda. And then Billy was meeting him back in Uganda. He goes, "Yeah, come with me." I says, "When you thinking of going?" He said, looked at his watch, 10 minutes. I'm like, oh God. I had to make a decision on spot. And anyway, he sorted it all out with Steve. So Steve got me accommodation. Steve said the gorilla permits in Uganda, the next country what I've not planned to go to, they said if you're here by 6 o'clock tonight, bear in mind this is 8 o'clock in the morning, they said if you're here by 6 o'clock tonight and pay for it was something like 3 million Ugandan shillings, it was £450, about $600. So if you're here by 6 o'clock tonight, you can go on the trip. Anyway, me and Billy went to Uganda. It took us about 5 hours, and we got there, we got paid up, we all went out for a beer and a meal that night. Next day, we all went to see the gorillas together. Oh, we're a bit bumpy, hang on, a bit shaking. It's a bit shaky, right. The next day, we got picked up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We had to do 2.5 hours off-road in this bus. This gorilla story is another story, so I don't want to go into it all, but we saw the gorillas on my birthday. They went their own way, and Steve, the Dutch guy, he says, "What are you doing when you get back to Rwanda?" I says, "I don't know yet, I haven't decided." He said, go to the central bus station, get on a bus to a place called Kaibuya, and go to Lake Kivu. It's around 30 miles wide and about 50-60 miles long. It's massive. It's absolutely huge. You'll have to Google it. The measurements will be a little bit wrong, but it's about that size. One side's the Democratic Republic of Congo, one side's Rwanda. Anyway, so I got on this bus. In fact, sorry, I got a motorbike taxi into the bus station. I asked this motorbike taxi, oh, where do I go? Which bus do I get on? So I trusted this motorbike taxi. He went, oh, use this bus. The place, it was carnage. There were buses everywhere, there were people everywhere. And I just trusted him because I don't read. It's called, what's it called? Kinyarwanda. That's what they speak, Kinyarwanda. And I don't speak or read Kinyarwanda. And so I got on this bus, Kaibuya. It's a 4-hour bus to Lake Kivu, other side of Rwanda. And I'm on this bus, and on Google Maps, I've got no signal on my phone, but on Google Maps, it kept locating me on these roads. So I never had no service, but it kept giving me a pinpoint where I was. And I'm looking at these signs, and this bus was quite a big bus. I dare say it was about a 30-40 seater. And every village it'll pull up and all windows open and everyone's trying to sell things to you through the windows. I was sat on this seat with, I could feel the steel bar up my butt. I had a bloke next to me who thought he could speak English and he couldn't. He was just talking gibberish. And no disrespect to the lady next to me, but she did smell quite bad, but she was lovely. She had a lovely smile. And when you go to a third world country and there's places with poverty, you know, they're not buying deodorant. It's just not a thing. This is the reality of going into the middle of nowhere in Africa. Anyway, I'm looking at these road signs, and we get about 2 or 3 hours into this trip. Also, we're going around windy mountain roads, and the back end of this bus, it's got quite a big overhang. I'm sat on the back seat, and it's got quite a big overhang. So the wheels, from the back wheels to the back of the bus, it's probably 3 meters. Maybe more. So when you're going around these corners, it's like a theme park ride. It's like swings you around with G-force because you're on back end of it. Anyway, I'm on this uncomfortable ride. I don't know where I'm going. I see these signs saying Kaibuya, not Kaibuya. I see these signs saying Kaibuya. I'm like, oh no, I'm going into the middle of Africa. I don't know where I am. I'm going to Kaibuya. Oh no. Honestly, I thought I was lost. I thought I got on the wrong bus. And no one would speak English. The bus were full. People kept getting on and off. But the bus were full. And every now and again you'd hear the words from someone on the bus saying Mazunga. You'd hear them talking in Kinyarwanda, and then they'd say Mazunga. So they knew you were talking about me. I knew they were talking about me because Mazunga means white person. Anyway, no one could help me. I tried to talk to the guy who thought he could speak English and he made no sense whatsoever. But he was just still confidently talking to me. And I just had to see where this bus ended up. And it come to its final stop. And there it was, in front of me, Lake Kivu. I stayed at St. Michael's. I stayed at this beautiful spot. It was like on a peninsula island just for this massive hotel. Beautiful mountains, palm trees. We're in the jungle. Oh, it was beautiful, and I had a boat ride, and I spent a day or two there. But it was just the oh God, only me. This could only happen to me. I'm lost in the middle of Africa. I don't know where I am. I've got no signal. And as much as I panicked, it all actually worked out at the end. It was a fantastic trip. Look it up, Lake Kivu, Kaibuya, it's amazing.